The name is Bond. James Bond. Actually, it's Noah, and this is my review for the James Bond collection. Alright, what's up, guys? So, the James Bond collection is one of my favorite trilogies, other than the Dark Knight trilogy. I really like James Bond, I'm a huge fan of James Bond. Now, I have the James Bond collection here, which features all 24 movies, I believe. It doesn't come with Spectre, I have Spectre somewhere else. Now, I gotta say, the James Bond collection is really good. My favorite Bond movie, if I gotta say, is maybe Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan were my favorite Bond. Daniel Craig, some people like Daniel Craig, but I feel he doesn't look like Bond, but he does act really good. He does act good. Now, Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery, they look like Bond and they act pretty good. Now, my favorite Bond movie would be, here's where Daniel Craig has the edge. It's gotta be Casino Royale, GoldenEye, or one of Sean Connery's, which is Goldfinger. Now, those pre-Bond movies I feel stand out the most. Even if you add in Skyfall and make that four, they're the best directed, best really put together, best acted, everything. Those are the best Bond movies I feel. Well, I have the collection here, and each Bond movie is really good too. So let's open this up here. I've got 1962. It started with Doctor No. Believe that 1962. That's like it's like 60 years, maybe 50 something. You've got Doctor No here. That's really good. I enjoyed Doctor No. There's just not much action, but you can't blame them. It was 1962 and they didn't have the technology yet. From Russia with Love, a badass train scene, which Spectre sort of referenced. Flip this over. You've got Goldfinger, one of my favorites too. You got badass. First time Bond had the Aston Martin, I believe, and it was pretty badass too. Thunderball, a lot of underwater action here and a badass jetpack, so Thunderball is pretty good too. Over here, You Only Live Twice. This was a really badass title, I feel, and this movie was really good too. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, George Lazenby. Now, this was different. First time you didn't see Sean Connery, but it was okay. It was okay. Diamonds Are Forever. Yeah, this is another good one too. Diamonds Are Forever. Good action, good acting. Live and Let Die. Roger Moore's first Bond movie. Pretty good opening song. I like the opening song. Some people didn't. I feel it had good beats and everything. Live and Let Die was good, but it just had some weak points. A lot of like, it's not my favorite one. The Man with the Golden Gun, same thing. It was not the best. I feel. That's my opinion. I don't know about you guys. The Spy Who Loved Me. This one was really good too. Story wise, action wise, the badass submarine car. Nowadays we don't see much gadgets, guys. So I don't know what's going on. They want a realer take on Bond, but I feel Bond is all about his gadgets, right? So that's something you gotta think about. 1979, 2002. Got Moonraker. Moonraker's got nice cinematography. I feel really nice forest sceneries. And Moonraker gets kind of weak around the end. That's what I feel. For Your Eyes Only. This is one of Roger Moore's best. Like this one, stunts, story, acting, everything. The snow stunts are really good. I feel. I really like For Your Eyes Only. That's one of my favorite Roger Moore movies. Roger Moore Bond movies. Octopussy, that was a weak one, not too good. A View to a Kill, this one had good action, but I felt the story got a bit weak and the pacing was a bit off. The Living Daylights, that was okay, but Timothy Dalton's not really my favorite Bond. License to Kill, yeah, this was I think yeah, License to Kill was weaker than The Living Daylights. Living Daylights was better by far, but License to Kill was a bit weak. Now, Pierce Brosnan's first Bond movie, GoldenEye. GoldenEye is one of my top four, three or four. GoldenEye is really good. The story I really was intrigued by. Even the GoldenEye, like that's something Bond, that's something Bond's good at. He didn't have the car though. That was one negative. Like the car shows up till at the end and he trades it for a plane. But other than that, Pierce Brosnan acted good. He's acting everything thereafter in this movie. They had Sean Connery's one car at the start, so that was a nice reference. And GoldenEye's one really stands out. It's one of the tops. Tomorrow Never Dies. This one got a bit weak, but the action was good. So Tomorrow Never Dies is not really the best. The World Is Not Enough. Awesome opening song. The opening song was pretty good, but just it got a little bit dusty. It got a bit story wise. Again with story wise with Pierce Brosnan, his action's on par, but his stories get a bit weak. But he does do a good job as Bond, so it makes worth watching his movies. And then you go his final one, Die Another Day. A lot of people hated this movie. I kid you not. A lot of people hated Die Another Day. The invisible car and stuff. The invisible aspect was something new we didn't see often. But I feel like the car was good. Like take away the invisible aspect, the car was really nice Aston Martin. Halle Berry was okay as a Bond chick. I feel I preferred The World Is Not Enough's girl maybe. So that's something. But Die Another Day, you know, it was a weaker Bond movie, but it's if you want to watch it for fun, you know, it's worth it. So let's move on now. We're done with Pierce Brosnan. Let's move on to Daniel Craig now. Now, Daniel Craig's first outing as Bond is really good. If you don't open this up here, you've got Casino Royale. Casino Royale was a really good movie from start to end. I really like the story in Casino Royale. All the casino scenes, even though you thought the casino scenes would be like boring and dull, they're not. Like they're put together really well. They're directed really good. The colors really bright. There's a badass flipping car scene. Casino Royale was a really good Bond movie. It's one of the best. So I would rank them. Maybe GoldenEye's my favorite. And then what was that Pierce Brosnan one? Oh yes, GoldenEye, Casino Royale. We'll get back to this later. Let's keep going here. Casino Royale is really good. I like that one. Quantum of Solace, badass opening like first 5 minutes, and then it just goes downhill from there. Quantum of Solace is not my favorite. I don't want to watch that again. So that's something that I don't know how you guys feel about Quantum of Solace, but I feel the first 5 minutes of action with the car, that was really nice. But just the story is so weak. Like I forget what they're even fighting for. I can't remember shit about that. Skyfall. Skyfall was really good. Skyfall's story was good. Their cinematography, I feel, it's really nice to look at on your screen, and even at the theater. So Skyfall looks really good. The story was good. The action, it did drop. There was not much action, but just story was really good. And Spectre is supposed to be here. I didn't buy Spectre yet. I'm going around to get that. So this is just the everything before Spectre. So that's my Bond review, guys. So me ranking it, let's go back here. Let's go back to Sean Connery here. Oh yes, Goldfinger, that was the one, so I remember that now. So if I were to rank them, I'd say GoldenEye is my favorite Bond movie. GoldenEye stands out. GoldenEye, then Goldfinger, and then maybe For Your Eyes Only, and then Skyfall. No wait, actually, let's. What am I saying here? Am I confusing you guys? Okay, let me cut this and then we'll retake this. So you know all the Bond movies are really good, but if you gotta choose, I'm gonna have to choose since this is a review here. So I'm gonna choose I'm gonna have to say GoldenEye is my favorite Bond of all time. Yeah, GoldenEye or Casino Royale. I can't choose those two really. GoldenEye, Casino Royale, two awesome Bond movies. So did I just go British there talking about Bond? Okay. Okay, GoldenEye, yeah. Alright guys, it's so hard to pick my favorite Bond movies here. You see what I do for you guys? See what you guys put me up to. Alright, hold on a second. Let me look here and see. Let me go through them. Okay, numero. So how do we pick now, guys? I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to go with GoldenEye as number one, or Casino Royale. That's hard to pick. Because of Brosnan, I'm gonna go with GoldenEye as number one. GoldenEye is my number one Bond movie, and number two, by a little bit, we're gonna put Casino Royale as number two for a Bond movie. So number one is GoldenEye, number two is Casino Royale, and number three now, how do I pick now? Number three, we're gonna go Goldfinger. So GoldenEye, Casino Royale, Goldfinger, then number four is Skyfall, and then number five is For Your Eyes Only. So that's my pick for the Bond movie, guys, and yeah, that's something I just put together recently, so that was a hard thing to pick. And as always, guys, if you like what you see here, hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, leave a comment of what you want to see in the future or what you want to see me unbox or whatever, be it movie-wise. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Until the next video, I'll see you guys next time.